Okay, hi. This is Bushcraft in the Back Garden. Today we're going to be lighting a birch bark fire in a Swedish fire torch with a pine cone, knife and fire steel. But before you do this, because we're in a small garden, you want to make sure none of your neighbours have any washing out and that it's an overcast day, because so nobody's going to really mind, because nobody has their washing out. So to make the Swedish fire torch, which is where it's all going to happen in there, is you're going to get a log that's like whole, and then you're going to split it down the middle, and so it's into quarters. You'll then, on each little bit of the corner quarters here, you're going to chop off. That is going to make a hole down the middle. So you may be asking, why is there a pine cone here? The pine cone is so that you have fuel at the bottom. There we go. Have fuel at the bottom. You may also want to put a small bit of birch bark down there, just so that it really gets it going. You also may want to have ready some just little twigs. I cut these earlier. There, just in case this starts to not work, you're going to start to put them on top. And this is pine, so it's going to catch really, really easily. And so now, let's get on to the fire making. So you're going to pull out your sleeves, because you don't want them to set on fire. If you don't have any sleeves, then well done. You're going to pull up your sleeves, and with the birch bark, what you're going to be doing is, because you see it's quite dry, you don't want wet birch bark. You don't want to take it straight off the tree and use that. You want to have it for about a day. You're going to put your Swedish fire torch in your fire pit. You also want a fire pit so you can contain the fire. So you're going to put that in your fire pit, make sure the pine cone doesn't fall out. There we go. And so the first bit you're going to do is you're going to start scraping away at the birch bark until there's a really resinous powder. It's going to collect where your knife is going the most. If you don't have a knife, then another technique that might work is actually char cloth and bracken, dried bracken. That will work if you don't know the knife. But yeah, you really have to get it a lot of powder, because otherwise it just never catches. And this probably isn't going to work the first time, even for people that have done it a lot of times. This isn't going to work the first time, because what you're probably going to do, you're going to put your fire steel on, ready to light it, scrape down, and this bit here that's scraping the steel is going to hit that, and all the birch bark is going to fly away. So it's not going to happen first time. So just if you're doing this in the wild and you're using this as your main thing, always make sure you have a backup. Okay, there, I have some powder on there. That's good. Gonna put the fire steel on. Aha, and there we go, the birch bark has just flown away. So, like I said, this isn't going to work first time, so you are going to want to have a backup. But, yeah. So, should we try again? You might have to use a different bit of birch bark. There we go, that stuff is really resinous because it's really red. And you might want to put it on another bit of birch bark, so if any birch bark stuff falls through, then it will collect it. Now, yeah, this isn't going to work first time, but I may be repeating myself there. But I just need to make it clear that if we don't get a birch bark fire done in this video, you can do it, but it's just very hard. And if you don't get it done first time at home, then it's not something that has to put you down and not make it so you don't do birch bark fires anymore. Now you see there's a bit bigger stuff on there, and there's also stuff down the bottom. There we go. Birch bark. Oh, almost. Okay, see, all of my birch bark has gone there. There's just a little bit of magnesium on there. That's why it's catching a spark. But there is actually no little puff stuff there. So, yeah, that was how to make a birch bark fire.
Is there any other way of making, setting the Swedish fire?
There's two other ways. So there's 3 ways actually. One of them is to use your birch bark. The next one is to use Vaseline and cotton buds, which if you fail I recommend using, because if you keep on trying and keep on doing it all day, then it's going to get aggravating and not want to make fires anymore. So you need to spread out the amount that you do. So this is probably going to be the amount of birch bark fire I'm going to do today, because I don't want to get annoyed with it. And then there's the other way, which is char cloth and birch bark. That sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. And then the third way that I would recommend is birch bark birch bark, bracken and char cloth. Anyway, this has been bushcraft in the back garden. Sorry I didn't like the fire, but goodbye from Blue and Zach. Bye.